Hi everyone, today I would like to tell you a little bit about the Catrice Prime and Fine Anti-Shine Blur Stick. This is in a way a primer but also a blurring item to just make your pores look a little bit less obvious. This is supposed to fit for all skin tones. It comes in a semi-skin tone shade. Like for me it is a bit too dark. For many others it would be too light. However, as you will see in the application, it does apply clear on me. So the color here is not really telling too much. What Catrice says about this is it is an instantly mattifying primer with optical blur effect that erases pores and fine lines. For a smooth and refined complexion, can be worn alone, under or over makeup. Now, for me, this is a primer, so I would never wear this over makeup, apart from the fact that I do enjoy applying my makeup, then applying over my foundation, my concealer and my powder. I do not want to go in with an extra step like this because I always fear that this might actually change the consistency. To me, this is really only a primer, so this is what I am going to be talking about in this video, of course. I am not too sure about the instantly mattifying effect, to be honest, because for me, when it is warm outside, I get sweaty quite a bit, and when I only use this guy, it doesn't do enough. Simply because when I get sweaty, I also get oily in my T-zone and right here on my cheeks, and when I use this one only, then it actually it didn't work mattifying. It didn't mattify me enough, so that is something that I would not really agree with when it comes to warmer temperatures. I have not tried this in winter yet because for some bizarre reason this is mid-September and we are having pretty much high summer temperatures right now. I'm not used to that, and usually it should be starting to cool off now. It doesn't. So I haven't tried this in winter. I will definitely be doing that again. I will probably try and either keep part of this until winter, or I will just get a new one if I can. But for me, the main reason right now why I would not consider this mattifying in itself is just that when it's warm outside, I get oilier in my T-zone and it doesn't mattify then. And for the most part, I have to rely on the primer to keep me matte, so this is not one I would rely on. For that, I would just go with the Catrice Prime and Fine Pore Refining Anti-Shine Base. This does a good job at that. That one not so much, so I would probably use a combination of these two for the blurring effect if I want that. But yeah. So as you can see, this is a stick foundation and you can just twist it up. Now I have used quite a bit of that already. There's a little bit of a dome going, so it is probably about up to here. So there's a bit missing already. I have used this, I would say, a week and a half. And not every single day, of course, because often I just didn't need the blurring effect. I would just go with the other primer that I have. But if I want to go with the blurring effect and if I wanted to test this out in different temperatures and the likes, I was using this. So I have made up my mind to a certain degree, I would say. I don't usually use one and the same product every single time. I have to say that though. For the simple reason that I have right now, I have two different foundations. I have tried this with both foundations. I have tried this with my sunscreen underneath and without the sunscreen underneath. For that sunscreen, I have to say this is not specifically for the face. This is a general sunscreen that I use on my face because it is very, very low in anything that might make me break out. So there's not much in here in general, plus it is cruelty-free and vegan and it is eco-certified and all that. But this also makes me quite shiny. It does leave a tad bit of a white cast if you're darker than me. I'm pretty much white as it is. So the white cast is something that does not show up too much for me. But the combination of this particular sunscreen and this doesn't work in summer, mostly because when I wear the sunscreen, it is already very warm outside. I mean, I use this almost every day anyway. But when it's warm outside and I use this combination, it does not work well. However, I need a sunscreen because I am that pale. So for me, this is a bit of an issue, which is why I actually usually go in with these three here. Then. So today I also am wearing all three of these, just because that is what I usually do, and I will be going out later in the day, and I will be exposed to sunlight, so I need a sunscreen. That being said, let me quickly show you how it applies, and also a quick clip that I filmed a bit earlier, either late August or early September, I'm not 100% sure. I filmed a quick clip of this, of me wearing this for once I had worn this for maybe 6 or 7 hours, because I wanted to show you what it looks like later in the day. I always find that quite helpful, and I do try to remember that, but unfortunately often when I sit down to film my videos, it is either because I'm about to run out or it is after I have come back. So there's often not enough time left in the day to really show you what something looks like after a couple hours. I did that today because I thought it was quite helpful and interesting to see. I did this on a day when it was not super hot outside, so it was not in the 90s. It was roughly, I would say, in the mid 80s. Fahrenheit, that is. Celsius, that would be 25, 27, somewhere along those lines. Over 30 degrees, my face just looks very shiny after quite a while. So that is something that you should probably keep in mind. Now, but let me go into this now. So as you can see, this goes on clear, and I'm going to show you the difference here real quick. Yes, I use my fingers for this. I don't like using a brush for that. So, this is the difference between these two sides. I think there's a tiny bit of a difference, but not too much. I only use this in the areas where I think I need it, like top of my head, nose, and right next to my nose where I have more pores. So just so you know, that's the thing after approximately a week and a week and a half of use. So it was domed up here. You do need, actually, I think, if you're not careful, you need quite a bit here. If you are careful, it should last quite a while. So I'm now gonna go real quick and apply the rest of my makeup, and then I'll be right back. So, and this is what it looks like when I have applied all my makeup over it. I'm gonna zoom you in real quick, so hopefully you can see that. Now, I still do see some pores there. I don't know, because I have not tried any good pore blurring and pore like covering primer yet. For me, this has never worked. I have tried a few, and I can always see my pores. I don't know if it's something with me, my pores, maybe they are ginormous, I don't know exactly, but this is something that I have to say for myself. My pores are always visible to a degree. However, when I look at this, and let me grab a mirror right now, I think my pores are a lot less visible than normally when I don't use this. So this does do something with my pores. they don't feel clogged afterwards, I have to say that. Sometimes when you apply a primer, you just can feel how it's just in your pores and it's just very uncomfortable, and even when you're taking it off, it's just super annoying. I don't have that feeling with this particular primer here, so that is something that I think is important to mention, because all in all, it is supposed to blur your pores, so to a degree it has to go inside your pores and just smooth them out a bit. But I think all in all, that is it is definitely not making my pores disappear. Got a little eyelash hanging right here. Hello? Let's go. Yeah, it does not really make my pores disappear, but it does make them look less obvious, which I do like quite a bit. And this is, by the way, my Tarte blush in Tipsy, but the mirror is quite nice. So that is something to keep in mind. I do see some bigger pores on my forehead. Maybe I did not smooth this out good enough, because it just happens in certain areas. I don't know. And I know that I have bigger pores right here, and here I can't see too many pores. All in all, I have to say I do like this product. Not when it's hot outside, obviously, because I don't like the feeling of being shiny. I can completely go with just these two guys here, my sunscreen and the other Catrice primer, without being excessively oily. When I use this one, it doesn't work that way. So for me, this has never been a primer that I use exclusively and only this guy. This has always been a step that I add when I have the time and when I feel the need to just blur my pores a bit. I don't really think it is mattifying, at least not to me. It doesn't do as good of a job as my other anti-shine base coat. So for me, this is an okay product that I would possibly repurchase for when I want to use it. But this would not be a product that I would purchase just as my one and only primer. This is something that I think is maybe a tad bit gimmicky. If you want to blur out your pores a bit, then it will be a nice add-on to your foundation routine. But to me, with the level of oiliness that I have with my skin, I don't think this is something that will work as the sole primer. So I do think it was I think it was €5, if I remember correctly. So the price point is quite good. However, if I take into account that this comes with 6.5 grams or 0.22 ounces, and this guy comes in 30 milliliters or 1.01 fluid ounces, then I'm not sure if it might not make sense to just go with that and see if you can find a foundation that almost blurs out your pores already. If you don't want to spend the bucks on that, then however, this could be a nice alternative. So that being said, I'm gonna leave it at that. If you have any questions about the primer stick, the anti-shine blur stick, then please leave them in the comments. I will happily answer them. If you have any ideas on how I can make these reviews better, I would love to hear that. As you may or may not know, I'm very new to doing makeup reviews, just not used to that yet. So anything that you want to see that I maybe forgot about, anything that you want me to mention, would be very, very nice to know, so that I can add and adjust this in the future. So yeah, I do hope you will have a great day, and I will definitely see you guys soon. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and I would love to hear your comments. So yeah, have a great day. Bye. So this is actually on a different day, but I wanted to show you real quick what it looks like when I have had on my foundation with the Catrice Prime and Fine Stick primer, I guess. after a few hours. And just real quick, we have now 2:28, and I put on my makeup this morning between 8 and 9 o'clock. So as you can see, I've had this on for like six hours roughly, I would say. And you can hopefully see that I'm not overly shiny. I have not touched my face at all today. I have over the primer the Tarte Amazonian Clay foundation. So this is a foundation that works quite well for me with the most primers, and that is why I try to actually go with it. The foundation alone does not last long enough, so when I just apply a primer underneath, it's a good way for me to see if the primer actually does a good job. Now, what I also wanted to show you, of course, is I want to show you what it looks like up close and personal. I want to show you what my pores look like, and I'm going to do that right now. So, as you can hopefully see, there is not too much going on here. I mean, I have my pores there. I have a little bit of unevenness on my skin, and the highlighter does not help the situation. I have a red area right here. On this side it is less prominent, but I think it doesn't look too bad, all things considered. So like I said, I did not really refresh my makeup. I did not apply a new layer of powder or anything. This is really the makeup I applied this morning before heading out. The weather today is it is not overly hot or humid. It is very normal kind of weather. It's a bit gloomy outside, so you may see that the lighting is not the best, but I think up close you can see what is going on with my skin and the combination of the primer and the foundation.